alright. Just close your eyes. Yeah, we got tonight.
Hello guys, happy Tuesday. Feliz martes a todos. It is my favorite day of the week. Aquí estamos for the love of Jaylah. It's your girl Jaylah.
I'm Gigi Rivera. Hi guys, what's up?
Yo, it feels so weird being in two different rooms right now.
I was just gonna say, I'm like, hello Jaylah, where are you? It feels so weird. So weird.
Well, we're kicking it off today. We are in two separate locations, but that doesn't mean we are still not going to have an amazing show today.
Yes.
So,
the love is still very much here. Very much here.
Oh my God. It's been an interesting couple days.
Girl, I'm so ready for El Chequeo. This is like, I feel like this is a therapy session for me, and my week was not it. So let's kick it off, yo. It's definitely time for El Chequeo, bro. I don't know about you, Jaylah, but girl. All right, guys. So as you know, every week we start off our show with El Chequeo. Ups and downs, highs and lows of the week. Jaylah, kick it off, sis. Rick, stop hating.
Yo, he already started a hashtag. That's horrible. So for y'all, you're gonna notice in the chat if
there's gonna be some Gigi slander going on today.
Apparently, it's Uptown Live against Gigi Rivera. Gigi did this to herself, and I'm here to just back her up as the great co-host that I am. You know, like, what can I do about this?
All right, Jaylah, tell me. Let's check in. Highs of the week, or should we kick it off with the low and then on a good positive note?
Yeah, I think we should. I think my high overdid my lows, so let's start with the lows.
Okay.
I started working out last week again, so I'm not gonna lie. My lows, lo bajo de esto, has to be the fact that I cannot stand being sore. And I worked out like 2 days in a row. So obviously I knew I was going to be sore, no big deal. But then I had the bright idea to go walk around for miles and miles for the next 2 days. And so like every ounce of my body hurts. And I got the phone call that my doggy Romeo's ashes are ready to be picked up. So I haven't had the guts to kind of like go do it yet. So tomorrow, that's my mission. That was the lo bajo, the low of the week. So I got to shake it off.
Okay.
Because I kind of caused some of the pain in my bajo, because my, mi alto, the highs of my week was actually, I got to spend the weekend in Orlando. So I got to see my best friend, spend some time with her, which is always, therapeutic, and just spending time with people you love. I did a solo trip for the first time ever to Universal Orlando. So I spent the day at the park by myself on Saturday, which was kind of a really cool experience. I loved it. It was a great experience because I got to go on everything really quick. And, like everybody was really nice about it. They're like, "Are you by yourself?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Yo, don't worry about it. Like, go." So it was really nice because I got to do a lot of different things. I got on the new Jurassic Park roller coaster, which was awesome. And then on Sunday, I went back to the park, hence why my legs hurt so much from walking around. And then I went and caught up with an old friend. So yeah, that was nice. I had a really good time.
Nice. I haven't been to Orlando or the parks in so long. I definitely need to plan a trip to make it out there. I know, but yo no soy tan fanática como tú. If it were up to you, you'd be there every day. I'm like, nah, I'm good like twice a year.
You know what it is for me though? Like for me, like screaming, like my voice is just coming back. So like screaming on the roller coaster and like getting that adrenaline rush. Like I feel like it's so like liberating. Like it's like de-stressing. Like it's almost like, what would make me happy? To do that for a couple hours, get on the roller coasters, and then go for like a massage. Like that would be the perfect day for me.
Girl, I don't know how you doing.
So tell me, what are your
My hair is so crazy. Excuse me.
Oh, you're good.
You look
Guys,
beautiful.
our guest is here, PeeWee. Hey, girl.
Hey, y'all.
So we start off every show with a segment called El Chequeo. It's pretty much lo alto y lo bajo de la semana. Jaylah just gave us a little bit of her week. So Jaylah, just repeat your highs and lows real quick for my girl PeeWee.
So my low real quick was just being super sore because I started working out again and I don't like feeling that soreness.
Right.
And a big crybaby. So I'm a super llorona. I'm a ñoña. So like I already know. But then I put myself through more pain, like by going to walk to theme parks and the weekend as well. So it's like I didn't help myself, pero you know. And
You
then
gotta stretch. To alleviate that, you just gotta stretch.
and then also one of the lows was I have to go pick up my dog's Ashes, who was with me for 15 years. He passed away 2 weeks ago. So
Oh, I'm so sorry about that.
his Ashes just came in. So I haven't had the, like the oomph to want to go pick it up. But that's going to be samples. And then the highs, we're spending the weekend in Orlando with my best friend, having some girl therapy with my girls and seeing them and going to the theme parks because I'm a theme park junkie. So yeah, those are my highs, lo alto y lo bajo. So
Wow.
Gigi, you want to go next, or let's give PeeWee a little chance?
Yeah,
I
want to know about PeeWee's week.
Okay, so the highs and lows of the week.
Yeah.
So my high has been coming home. I last July, I moved into what I would say is my dream apartment. 2019 and the beginning of 20, before we went into COVID, I worked my ass off, and it was a big goal of mine to have the apartment I have now. And shortly after moving in, I got in a relationship. So I'm never home. So I would say the high of my week was really enjoying my house and, really putting my energy here. Like, I don't know why in these last 2 days, I was just stressing how, like, this apartment needs more of my energy. It's just because I'm never home. And then I would say the low is, what's the low? Dang, I never like to think low.
That's awesome.
I don't know. My man left for a week. I mean, I wouldn't even say that's a low because I like, I was having.
Still talk to him, FaceTime him.
I don't know.
I love that.
Yeah, I
that means you still kind of miss him a little bit, but you also like your space. There's nothing wrong with that.
I really love us having the opportunity to miss each other, having the opportunity to, like, it's something new. It's just new. When we're with each other all day, we know the moves. So when he's over there, I'm here, or wherever we are in the world, it's like, okay, it's an interesting conversation, right? So
yeah, I really love that. And I'm actually really happy you said that. Like, damn, what was my low? Because, my low of the week was actually, I've been like mad sick on and off for literally a month and a half. I don't know what is wrong with me. I got COVID tested. I'm negative. I don't know. My immune system's just playing hella games with me.
Wow.
But even today, like, I just had a really crappy week. When you're sick, you don't feel like yourself. And then that just kind of, for me, when I don't feel like myself, like, I'm just a complete disaster. Like, I don't get my responsibilities done. I just push everything to the side. And then today, I actually had to take an expensive ass Uber to my dentist appointment because y'all know I was in a car accident or whatever. It seemed no car for now. But I was in the Uber, like, damn, this shit is so expensive. And then I try to, like, really think about how lucky I am to even just have the funds to be able to take this Uber. Like, so it's just really amazing how, when you really dig down and put things into perspective, you're like, even what to us is like a low or like a damn, what the heck? It's like, we're still so blessed and so grateful. So I'm definitely happy you mentioned that. And then my high is that I'm going to DR tomorrow. Like, I need to see my family. I need to be in some real sun. I don't know what this Florida weather is doing with us, but it's not it. So I'm ready to pack and get out of here.
That's awesome.
Like a true Latina though, still not packed the night before. Early ass flight, still not packed.
Listen, I chance it. Sometimes I like if I have a 7 a.m. flight, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna wake up at 4 and pack. And it's so stupid.
Yep.
Be like that,
Sure.
though.
Girl, I'm doing laundry right now. I'm like, all right, so laundry, then I'm gonna clean this, then I'm gonna pack. Always mad late with everything. But PeeWee, so we have a little game for you. It's called Top 3. As you know, we're trying to find Jayla some love. We need to look at this with a good man. So this game, we're talking about top 3 best places, first date edition. So top 3 best places where you know you want to go on a first date.
Okay.
We're gonna Jayla kick it off so you can kind of start getting some ideas. So Jayla, what are your top 3 best places to go on a first date? Let's hear this. I'm kind of nervous because Jayla bien loca.
Obviously number 1, just because I'm still in the spirit, like always. And I've done it before, so I loved it. It's been one of my favorite experiences. Theme park.
I had a first day at a theme park, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I think it's dope because you have to walk around. You get to
Funeral
know.
home. Hold on. Please bring that comment back up. Somebody said funeral home, free flowers. What is wrong with you guys? I feel
That's the infamous Benny Banks. He is not all there.
He needs Jesus in his life.
Wow.
But yeah, no, I think theme park was super dope. You get to talk, but at the same time, you get to know like weird, quirky things about people, like fears and like, you know, if they're scared of heights, if they like adrenaline, if they like, you know, so like even foods and kind of like vibes, you pick up on like what people like. So I think it's a dope first date. I think it's like, it kind of takes a lot of pressure off of it because it's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be sexy. It's not supposed to be, you know, like formal. So I think I like the like chillness of it. Obviously, if not everybody has the option to be near a theme park. So carnivals are coming in at number 2. State fairs, carnivals, anything with rides on it, I think is super fun. Santa's Enchanted Forest, I'm with it. You know what I mean? The state fairs, like I'm with all of that. And then I'm just a big dork. So for me, a classic dinner and a movie. Like I'm real chill with that. I love movie theater. So
PeeWee, what about you? Top 3 first dates.
You hit it on the money. I feel like you and I would be really good friends. let's have a girl date. Like, I don't know. But, oh, wait. Did I just open a door or something? I'm just kidding.
Oh, Celine, somebody says Step in Pain. That's cute.
Oh, that is cute.
I was gonna say a theme park because I've had a date at a theme park and the person and I like didn't work out, but like that would be a memory for me. And like, you know, that was just so spontaneous. And I'm just a person who loves adventure and spontaneity. So like that was fire. That was a really awesome first date. I'm even crazy enough to be like, first date vibes, you want to go skydiving? And like, yeah, cool. Like, you know, adrenaline shit is like my thing. But yeah, you know, dinner and a movie is super cool too. I'm as much as I'm like an adventurous junkie or like a adrenaline junkie, I'm still like a homebody as well. Or like, you know, I don't need a lot. So yeah, I would say dinner and a movie. Or not dinner and a movie, dinner and drinks, because I feel like a movie, it's just awkward. Like if you don't really know someone and you're just sitting in a quiet space with each other, like I find it to be awkward when you don't really know someone watching a movie like that. Do you guys feel me or no?
Yeah. I wouldn't want to go to the movies as a first date either. No. Maybe like third or fourth.
It's just like we're here to get to know each other. So like we're watching this movie. It's like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
I get you.
Right.
I think there has to be like, there's a process to it. I feel like if you do like a happy hour and then you go to a movie, like you kind of break the ice, then you see if you want the vibe to go there. And then like, then they transition. And then if you want to go out for more drinks after or go out to dance or a little lounge, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think it gives a good progress to see if like the normal vibe is there.
Right. No, I agree. I would say my third day would be, Yo, this is kind of funny. Like a basketball game, like if you would be like, yo, 1-on-1.
Oh my God.
Loving basketball.
I actually put that on my top 3 worst dates.
Really? Look, if I win, I'm never calling you back.
Let me tell you my top 3, and then we'll head on to top 3 worst ones. So for top 3 best places, I put dinner, like a cute picnic. Have you guys seen those like cute ass picnics now that people are putting together?
Yes, but a first date though, like, what if the guy is like, you're not feeling him?
And then you got to be there all night.
Well, I feel like if we're going on a date at this point, like there has to be some sort of like, I kind of like you, you kind of like me, like I don't know. But I'm definitely like you, Jayla. I love dinner. I love dinners. Then I put comedy. Then I put.
Can I ask you a question really quick? Would you guys go to dinner just because you're hungry, but a guy you don't care about?
Honestly, no, because I hate hearing people talk. If like. Si no me cae, no que no me caen bien, but like if I'm not even feeling you, I'm like, I don't think I can sit through it. I'm getting Wendy's.
I can pay for my own meal. If I can't even tolerate you, I'm not gonna have a meal with you.
I feel that.
I'm getting Wendy's. But yeah, I got dinner, comedy show, and then my third, I put like a fun arcade, like bowling, some cute, chill activities that we could do. All right.
Wait, hold on. So a comedy show is funny because my man and I went to a comedy show. We were already like in there with each other by the time we went to a comedy show. And there was this couple by us they were like on a first date. And the comedian was going in, like making it so awkward for them. Like, I don't know if it was a first date or like they just met. And like the comic was going in, and then the guy was making himself look like an ass. So like,
what was he saying? You remember any jokes?
I don't remember, man, but it was bad. Like, and it made my man and I awkward because we're sitting next to these motherfuckers. Like, it was so bad. So that could go really bad.
I would be like, comedy show, but get tickets all the way in the back. Where they
in the back. Don't go in the
all the way in the back by the doors.
Yeah, for sure.
In that really dark cave section in a corner.
Yes.
Yes.
So let's hear your top 3 worst places for a first date.
All right, guys, this is not for everyone because I already saw some of the comments, and I'm gonna have to disagree with some of y'all. This is just me, okay? Number 1, first and foremost, anything workout related, hiking, gym.
Oh, that's a good day for me. I love the gym.
I did see
Time out. I don't want to do that on a first date, though. I don't want to wake up at 5 a.m. because I'm cranky. B, I don't want you to see me huffing and puffing and forgetting to breathe because I can't get up them damn steps.
Right.
That's not cute. Like, so what's your favorite color? Like, no. So
I feel that.
That's not happening. That's not at least not on a first date. A hike eventually when you know me, you know I'm gonna be ñoña the whole way up and be like, are we there yet? And I know you like me enough to see me sweat and be all
right.
I'm with it. But right now, on the first date, no. I'm already trying to watch my steps walking like in shoes, like on a normal street. Like I don't need to like worry about going up some hill and like falling on rocks. You know, it's just not my thing. Number 2, a family gathering on the first date.
Oh, Lord. Oh, that's really
charming, my mama.
I love you already. It's so awkward.
Yeah, just
like wait, PeeWee, have you been to a family gathering on a first date?
Never. I would say no. I would say no.
The Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, no, they'll make it seem casual. Nowadays, they'll be like, yo, come hang out with me at a barbecue. And then you show up to the barbecue and it's like his primos, tias, cousins, abuelas outside. And you're like, what just happened?
Right.
Like, no family stuff, bro. Sorry. And then
what's the third?
And last but not least, the mall. I
was gonna say that the mall. That's so awkward. It's so awkward.
I didn't even think about that.
I don't even like shopping for myself like that. Like I don't want to go see you shop.
But also too, like, all right, like you know, the man pays for dinner vibes. Like, what if you're like buying a lot of shit? Obviously, like you're buying it for yourself, and like he just watches you pay. Like that encounter is a little awkward.
But I was gonna say, what if he's like, yo, baby, I want to take you shopping. Here's 5 bands. We out to fucking
buy me up.
Yeah, like, what you gonna do there, Jayla? She gonna be like, I love mall dates.
Wait, no, wait, hold on.
I'm not gonna front.
it.
I one time got taken, like somebody wanted to take me out on a random date. And they're like, yo, I want to go to the spa. And I was like, well, I don't have a bathing suit. I don't have none of that stuff. Like, I'm sorry, that's not happening. They're like, nah, forget that. And he took me to the mall to buy a bathing suit. And it just, to me, it was just awkward. Like, I didn't like it. Like, it just made me feel awkward. I guess, I don't know if it's just because I'm independent like that. And I don't really like being like, feel like I owe somebody something, or like, you know, or like you're buttering me up for the wrong intentions with money, or with like, you know, like I'd rather know you're right, like your true intentions, like, and go do something, like go grab a hot dog in Central Park and walk around, than to like you try to like bougie me up with some like, take you shopping.
Yeah, I agree. I like what you said. I don't like feeling like I owe anybody anything. Like it's always hovering over my head, like, oh, I took you shopping, or like people feeling entitled, like they have to hit it now because they paid for it. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm good.
PeeWee, so what about you? Top 3 worst first date places?
The club, because I work in the club, and I want nothing to do with the club if I'm not making money. So I think it's just awkward too. 2, I would say any environments that involve bathing suits. I keep getting pop-ups. Sorry, like that is.
Oh, really?
2004. Anyways, so I would say anything involving like, but this is me. This is just me. I don't like anything for like in a first encounter that's going to be sexualized or put yourself in positions to be sexualized, you know? And then 3, I would say again to that point, your house, like, oh, first date, come over. Nope. See ya.
I have that. So if mine are strip club, anything sports related, like football game, basketball game, but I just don't like sports, so I'm gonna be bored. And then I put your house.
Yeah, your house. That's so awkward.
Like, come through. I hate the come through. No, sir. No, sir. All right, that was fun. We got to know PeeWee a little better, but now we actually gonna get to know her even better.
Oh my God.
We got some fun little questions for you. You know, our audience, a lot of them are in New York, Boston, all sorts of places. So you're down here in Miami. We just want them to get to know, you know, you a little better. So we're gonna hit you with some questions about what it's like, you know, being a female DJ here in Miami, what the nightlife is like, all of that stuff.
Well, before we get into that, I want PeeWee to tell us a little bit about herself, who you are, where you come from, what's your nationality, what are you doing, what are you up to?
Give me a picture of this. Okay, hey, that's me. So my name is PeeWee. I know it's weird for some people. I got that name because I played basketball almost my entire like teenage years. You know, I played basketball for a long period of time. And I got that name from that. I was originally a producer. Fast forward into production. They better not call me in my interview. Listen. So yeah. Fast forward from, you know, entering the production world and the music world, I was asked to, you know, take the endeavor of becoming a DJ because it goes hand in hand. And, you know, it was a better outlet to basically market myself. So I did that, and here I am, and I'm now getting back into production. I took a long break, but now I'm going back into production. And so, yeah, that's like my little bio, but I'm Colombian Puerto Rican. Born in New York, lived in Jersey for a bit, then moved here to Florida. And yeah.
When she said Jersey, when we first met, I was like,
yeah. So I think she's just like a combination. We all live in Florida now. She's from Jersey.
But everybody, we're like, yo, no offense. I don't mean this offensively, but we're all like birds, you know, like we go south. So like everybody from New York, you know, they don't want to deal with the weather. Wait, yeah. You live in Florida, right? Okay, so.
Yeah. You like, where?
We don't want to deal with that shit. Shoveling snow and having to heat the car up before you leave an hour.
Listen, when I first started, I've been going back and forth from Florida to New York for like since 2010. Like, and it's literally like everybody's like, where are you? Because either you're in Florida for a couple months or you're in New York for 2 years. Like, where are you? And I've realized that the older I get, the less I want to deal with certain things.
Celine, yes, I do. I have a bunch of playlists on Apple Music. I'll share it all.
All right, PeeWee, let's get into it.
We're going to get it started. So first question, obviously you mentioned you are a DJ. What is it like being a female DJ? You know, obviously people see different sides. A lot of female DJs have been getting more recognition and respect in the game as in the last few years. You know, I've worked with DJs for most of my career. So like, how is it being a female DJ and kind of working through it?
Especially since we always see like male DJs.
Right. I think DJing is one of the very few outlets that it's actually a benefit to be a woman because it's different. Like DJing isn't just, and it's unfortunate, but nowadays DJing isn't just playing music and being a good DJ. It's also the image, it's also the branding because you are the energy, the center of a party, right? So now people are leaning towards, you know, a woman because it's a different energy. There's nothing like a feminine energy in a party. The guys, look, how many clubs promote women free? Guys got to pay whatever, you know? So I think it's a benefit. I haven't dealt with, and you know, it's funny to say, but I haven't dealt with much adversity in the game because I have respected the game. Like the DJ world, I feel like a lot of women come in it not respecting it. They take it as, I'm a pretty face, I got a body, I'm gonna get booked. And that's where people have a bad taste in their mouth. But when people actually respect the game and they're taking the time to really learn technique and really be a good DJ, a fundamental DJ first and a brand second, for me, it was like a layup, you know, and I've luckily gotten a lot of love and respect, not only in Miami, but in other cities in the country. And you know, I love it. I think being a woman is a benefit. It's a super plus. So I'm happy.
What's been one of the hardest things that comes with it though? Because obviously, you know, like you said, you have to respect the process, but there's obviously things in the process that aren't always great to say the least.
Right.
But like what have been some of those like tribulations?
I would say one thing is that people really think DJing is a hobby. Like they don't respect that this is something that I do for a living. I pay my bills. I would say 80% of my money, right? You know, it's DJing. Everything else is like side ventures and all that. Luckily, thank God. But it's not for play. So I think a lot of people, when they inquire business-wise or just in general, they have this perception that this is just all play when this is real life work. Aside from doing my hair and makeup before, right? Like men just go to a gig. Before doing my hair and makeup, making sure that I look good because I'm not only, you know, I'm a brand, right? Aside from that, I got to prepare for these gigs. I got to make sure I have the right music. I got to make sure that, you know, I'm just fully prepared, right? And then when I'm there, there's, you know, you have to read a room. Like every DJ should sign up for psychology because we literally are seeing a room and reading it and then playing music based off people's energy, right? So there's just so much that goes into it. So I think that's the hardest part for me is that people really discredit it because they don't know what all goes behind it, you know? And then I'm standing up on my feet, sometimes in heels for hours. So yeah, I would say that's the hardest part.
Yeah, I tried because I used to work for LMP, which is a DJ company. So I have 100+ DJ friends. So they're always like, yo, you should DJ. You should. And I remember trying, like I had the set in my house for the whole weekend. And I'm like, oh my God, how do you do this, you guys? Like, and you gotta focus on the people, and you gotta and you gotta have the right music. And yo, it's a lot of work.
And also, it's not what you play, it's how you play it. So a lot of people be like, oh, do you have a mix before, like, or like a set playlist, or like, you know, the songs in order of how you're gonna play? No, because the energy of the room, like there could be no one in the room, but I'm gonna play the hottest record right now. No, or like you don't know the vibe. So there's so much that goes into it. It's a lot of technicalities. So yeah, it's just not easy.
I always say DJs have like a special mind because even when I met you, I'm like, but how do you know what song to play next? But how do you know if it's gonna mesh well? But what if they don't want? So definitely DJs have like some sort of like a little switch that not everybody was born with. That it's definitely a talent that's like either you got it or you don't. I definitely never be a DJ. I'm playing Aventura, then I'm playing Cardi, then I'm playing Nicki Jam,
Boys, and then some NSYNC.
Yeah. You know, I feel like and I think some men would be upset with me for saying this, but I feel like we as women have more of an understanding, like we're more empathetic and like have more empath in us, right? So we can feel energy more than a man could. That's my opinion, you know? So like I've seen a lot of guy DJs, when they're not feeling the room, like they're not seeing what I see. Like, it's like, bro, you're killing the vibe right now. Like, that's not really you know what I mean? So another thing that's a plus of being a woman is that we just feel more, you know?
You said that you said you make 80% obviously off the.
Hold on, we got a hot question.
Yeah, that was a good question.
It's actually going into my second question. I was gonna.
I know that's why I want to ask this one. We'll go back to that one real quick. Let me finish off here, just because I want to do the full circle with this one. COVID. If 80% of your business was obviously DJing live in person, how was the COVID experience for you? Because we hear it from the guys, but as a female, like you said, you got bills to pay, you got things to do. Like, how did that affect you, real quick?
I will say this: I was one of the very smart DJs that saved all my fucking money. I didn't touch my money. I lived with my ex. We didn't pay equal amount. We didn't pay an equal amount of rent. That's not my dog, by the way. I live in an apartment complex. So we didn't pay an equal amount. So I got to save a little bit of money. But yeah, like I saved like a motherfucker, you know? So when COVID came, I sat a little pretty, you know? I was like, okay, well, good shit. And then I had the opportunity to do live streams. And I made more money than ever at my house for an hour, because no one wanted to sit through 3-hour live streams. It was an hour, 30 minutes to an hour. And I was making so much. I was doing live streams of the yin yang. Like I at one point had like a flyer list for the week of where I was going to be spinning on like what page live streams. So I was really, really fortunate. And then I started getting creative with my social media, and then got like endorsements, Budweiser being one of them that happened via COVID. So yeah, I would say I'm one of the fortunate DJs that I'm very blessed. I thank God every day, because I know a lot of people were really struggling. So yeah, this is a message to anybody that wants to be in entertainment. Build your brand, because you never know what's going to happen.
Absolutely amazing. All right, Gigi.
So I want to know, PeeWee, what was your dating life before and after making a name for yourself? Because now you're out here DJing in Atlanta and Chicago. I see you all around the U.S., girl. So I want to know, what was dating life like before and after? And then I know somebody had a question about, would you date a DJ?
Y'all messy.
I don't know.
Y'all messy. Okay, so what's it like dating before and after?
Yeah.
Before, I was not like, all right, I feel like men go through this a lot, and like not as bad as women, but when you're not in a place where you're happy with yourself, like you're still figuring it out, you can't love anybody. Like that, for me, I couldn't. So I was just in this lost place. I had 5 different jobs. I was a bartender. I was a bottle girl. I was fucking working at a music agency, doing PR and event planning. And like I was like a Jamaican. I had 50 jobs. So I was just so unhappy, because I was moving through life lost, knowing that my goal was music, but that wasn't like happening yet. So dating before for me was different, because I was just trying to figure it out. And I think like early 20s as a woman is just different too, you know? And I would say after like being more established, being happy, I've grown so much confidence with myself. Like it's just been better, I think, in that regard. I don't know if that's answering your question, but like it's just as me as a person, I was just more defined. You get what I'm saying? So now I'm so open to love. I feel like I've been the most focused and the most prosperous in love. Now,
as far as the men you kind of allow, in your life, would you say they're the same type of men? Or now that, like you said, you're more established and you've built your brands, are you like, all right, so you kind of got to be on here with me? Or
I think completely different. The things that I wanted before are completely different from the things that I want now. And it doesn't have to do with money. It doesn't have to do with any of that. It has to do with having to work hard. We have to have that. That's a common thing that I want in a relationship. Someone that outworks me. And I'm lucky, I'm blessed that I have that now. I have someone that motivates the fuck out of me. Like I always feel like I'm not doing enough because of how much he's doing. And he feels like he's not doing enough, which is crazy. That's like a very important thing to me. Before it was just love. Like I just want to be loved. I want to be kissed. I want this. I want that. I want that. But like it's so much deeper now. Like the things that really matter.
You're like, what are we building?
What are we building? I've worked so hard for myself.
Yeah.
Anyone that's known me in the last 3 years knows how hard I've gone. I've gone like team no sleep, 5 gigs a day, like crazy shit. And now it's like I'm almost 30. I'm 28. And my mindset's different. Like, you need to bring me more than just, the butterflies. You know what I mean?
Right. I heard you. And now, would you ever date a DJ? Have you dated a DJ? What's that like for you?
I dated a DJ for 3.5 years. It was great. But I was lucky and very fortunate that I had someone that was older, and he was in a different place in life. Like, he wasn't one of those DJs that were looking for girls every night, like the player vibes. Like he was trying to settle down, but was in the profession and in life. And he taught me so much. Like my DJing went from here to here because of him, because he taught me real fundamentals, and like that was just a really like dope relationship. I don't regret that relationship for a second. And I wouldn't recommend it to a regular person, because at the time, I mean, even now, like I couldn't date a guy with a 9 to 5, not because I don't want to, not because I'm better, just because how are we going to hang out when our times conflict? And two, you're not going to understand my world. Like it's really hard for someone who's not in the industry to understand the lifestyle. And obviously it's different. It's a whole other conversation, but being a woman in nightlife is different. But, a woman that's not in the world, it's just hard to trust your man. If he's good looking, it's even harder. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend it, but I did it as a DJ and I loved it. It was great. I grew as a woman and now I'm in a different place. So
love that. All right, we got one more question, Jay.
It says, so when you're not working, what do you like to do in your spare time? What's PeeWee's ideal free time day off like?
Yeah, I'm really into the gym now. I date someone who's very fit. So I'm like really actively in the gym. I took 2 days off. PeeWee says date as a DJ and girls. Yes, sir. Hashtag real. Anyways, fitness is definitely a big part of my life now. I have a lot of like side business ventures. Like I've invested in a couple things. I have my own line that I'm launching, hopefully by the end of the year. So like I'm very business oriented. So I'm just really always focused on that and the gym. And what else? I mean, I feel like my life really revolves around work all the time. I don't really know how to do it. So there's that. And then my play is either travel or hanging out with my homegirls, girls' nights.
Hey. Okay, girl. those were like the deeper get to know you questions, right? So now we're gonna play a game called El Chancletazo.
Oh my God.
Picture your mom.
I love this name.
Picture your mom at the ends of the room with a chancleta. Like you better answer. You got 3 seconds. What's up?
Listen, all you have to say is chancletazo and I'm already scared.
So you got 3 seconds, girl. Kick it off. All right, so the first question.
This is like a rapid fire. So lo primero que te venga a la mente. The first thing that comes
Don't be scared. It's a fun question.
I'm scared, but go ahead.
All right, first question. Most random place you've had sex in?
Someone just asked me this. The Jersey Shore, Miami house in South Beach when it was closed. Outside.
Oh, okay. Was it locked? Was the door locked, girl? What happened?
Like it was like the hotel was like under construction.
Okay.
And then the second one was a parking garage.
Okay.
That story is messy though, but we're not gonna get into that.
All right, number 2.
I'll get into that.
Number 2, the craziest thing you've done in a relationship.
Have you cut some?
I've never done like the slash the tires. I've just cut someone off.
I mean, it could be a good thing too. Like maybe you were like so crazy in love that you, I don't know, book flights or
down payment on a
crazy. I've done that before.
I don't know. Yeah. In a relationship. My ex-boyfriend, who was the DJ, grabbed the girl's ass in the club because he was shit-faced wasted, and he by accident, and they like yoked him up in the club. Like yoked him up.
All right, catch a whole lawsuit.
Well, like, all right, I didn't like choke him, but like I grabbed him by his neck, like what the fuck? And yeah.
Yes. That's right. Check. Go ahead.
Words, guys, don't date a DJ.
Don't date a DJ. I mean, that was the only situation I dealt with like that. But he was drunk as fuck. So yeah, good. Keep going.
All right, craziest DM you've received.
Oh, I got one that was a comment. They were like, "Yo, business inquiries. Like, yo, check your DM. I opened a DM. They're like, "Yo, I'll suck your pussy from the back" or some crazy shit like that.
I bet money that person was from Miami, yo.
Had to be. Date a DJ, choke a DJ. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna hashtag agree on that one.
I've gotten dick pics too and stuff.
All right. Celebrity party or event that you'd want to DJ for?
I really want to do runway shows like Paris Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week. Yeah, like I want to do that.
So, and then the last one is, if you weren't DJing, what would be your career? What would you be doing, girl?
I would be an entertainment lawyer for sure.
Oh,
I would do entertainment law, definitely. I love school. I'm like.
I'm gonna ask you, do you love school? Because you're gonna have to love school to do something.
Yeah. I'm like a book junkie. Like, yeah. I mean, I love learning in general. So, like, I went to FSU, and I would have done my master's degree if I didn't become a DJ for sure.
Wow.
You would have definitely been collecting them checks because them lawyers don't play.
And I feel like women hit it different.
Yo, facts.
And especially nowadays, you know what I mean? Like nowadays with all these influencers and new type of contracts and branding and like, you know, the entertainment lawyer market has completely like tripled in the last couple years for sure. All right, now we're moving to our segment called Tu Dilema. So I'm going to bring that up. Tu Dilema is a little, well, we get some emails, DMs from our audience, from our, you know, fellow subscribers and listeners, and they let us know their personal dilemmas, and we kind of give them our take on it. So Gigi, who we got an email from this week?
All right. So last week, the person wanted to stay anonymous. This time around, we got Christine from Hialeah. So she's a local. Hey, girl, if you tuned in. So she said, "Hey, Jaylah and Gigi, I've been in a relationship with my man for 2 years. He's always talked about wanting a threesome, but lately he's been mentioning it more than ever. His birthday's coming up in September, and I was thinking of surprising him with one, but I'm still unsure. I don't even know where I'll find the girl. This is all new to me. Should I do it?"
How long have they been together?
She said, "I've been in a relationship with my man for 2 years."
Don't do it. Listen, I feel like when you step into that world, your level of trust on both ends has to be astronomical. Like, I'm very sexually open, right? And I just like, even though I'm at that point, like I really couldn't do that with my man until I 100% knew that, you know, he'll really take a bullet for me in that regard. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think if your level of trust isn't there, don't do it. Even if you're questioning it right now, like, yeah, something that you both want to experience. Like, if you feel like he's pressuring you into doing it, pala pinga, don't do it. Do it because you want to get your rocks off, and that turns you on, not because you're gifting your man. Nah, you got to be.
Would you say you'd want to be married? Like, definitely, you want to have a ring to be able to contribute.
No, I don't even think of, because people cheat in marriages too. You know, and I think people get in marriages not trusting each other. Like I don't think marriage is like the answer to everything.
Right.
I just think that it's about trust.
I agree.
It's about trust and about you really wanting it.
I've been in like in that particular scenario. I've been in that position and like I've been in all types of positions in that scenario. So
Right.
like I completely like agree with PeeWee what she said. Like you gotta have a different level of bond, and if at this point you're already asking questions, your intuition is already telling you what you should be doing,
Right.
and it's a no,
Right.
because you know, like even it should be like a team effort. Like if you both want to do it, you both should be excited to even go through the process.
Right.
You know, like looking for a girl, going out to dinner and saying, you know, like, yo, like she's like, I dig her. Because if it's like one-sided, or maybe he doesn't like her vibe, or maybe like you just don't know, and then it gets awkward, and then you ruin the birthday, and then maybe you ruin it for yourself, that now you're gonna think of all his birthdays that you had a really shitty threesome because he was her and not you. Like there's so much dynamics that go into it. You really have to like, you have to be clear on what it is the standards are, what's going to happen before or after, what are the details, can we conversate with this person again, is this a one-time deal, are we never going to see this person again, or is this going to be a regular, you know, I think there's just different dynamics to it that need to be conversated.
I also want to say too, there's two things. If you don't like women, if you're a girl that you're not attracted to women, don't fucking do it. Don't do it. One, you're going to get weirded out because you're not into that, and you find out in that moment, it's going to be really awkward. And two, if you got to make all these rules for the threesome, don't do it either. Like if she can't suck your dick or you can't fuck her, or whatever it is, don't do it. Don't, because something's going to happen that's going to piss you off. You have to be a person that's so fluid with what happens, and I'm going to be into it and turned on. And if you say, you know, there's this and this rule, just don't do it. No.
I agree. No, I agree, because that all that, it goes into the vibe, it goes into the energy. There's nothing worse than like you wanting to get into the vibe and then like you feel the tension from somebody else, or like
it just ruins it.
Yeah, like you all need to be on the same page about it. Like it needs to be fun, and if it's not going to be fun, there's no need. There's no need to do it.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like it's mad weird that he keeps like talking about it. Like I hate thirsty guys. So the fact that you're, oh, can I get a threesome? Can I get a threesome? Like that would already annoy me.
But to that
argument for me, like why you
to
mad
that
thirsty?
point, there might be something going on with him towards you.
Yeah.
Like if he's seeking, like if he's that like pressured to want something new, you got to spice it up. Period.
Oh yeah, I didn't even look at it from that perspective.
Yeah, because like if he's really like, you know, aggressive about it, something's off.
That means he's like,
he didn't even say like, babe, can you wear some lingerie? He just, can I get a threesome? Can I get a threesome? Like, damn, sir, calm down.
Yeah, chill.
But sometimes you have to understand though, for men, sometimes saying something wild like that and then being able to brush it off is easier for them to say than for them to look at you and be like, yo, babe, I really would like, you know, some lingerie, because he feels like he's going to offend you. And men are notorious for walking on eggshells and beating around the bush instead of just being forward.
Right.
I feel like they just have some sort of miscommunication in their relationship, because I wouldn't want my man to be uncomfortable being like, babe, can you buy something? Or you buy me something, like, babe, can you wear this? There's a whole lot going on here.
Yeah.
I think, sis, you just gonna have to buy him a cake, some balloons.
Do something you've never done in bed. Be a little wild with it.
But I do want to say, where do you guys find girls for threesomes? Like,
I've never had one.
Somebody and be like, hey.
If you've had one, please put us on.
I've never had one. Jaylah, have you had a threesome?
Yes, I have.
No judgment here.
You don't have to share.
No. I mean, I have. Like I said, I've been in different scenarios to that scenario.
You've been the unicorn?
The unicorn? Have I been the unicorn?
The girl that gets added on?
Yeah.
Jaylah, were you added on? How did they approach you about that? Like, excuse me.
To the point, and this is why I think it's important. I've seen it firsthand. When you are a couple that has great communication and relationship, because they even got to they were so comfortable with the situation with me that they made it fun, like for just because that's who they were. But they they got to the point where they wanted a throuple. And I was like, oh, this is too much for me. Like, I'm a little bit greedier than this, guys. Like, this is all fun and dandy until it's like, you know, but I think it all really just depends. And sometimes it's like when you meet a guy, like it shouldn't be like, I'm going to go look for a girl.org. No, it's like, you know, you go out, you vibe with somebody. Like, you know, sometimes realistically, I think there's more females that are willing to do it than lead on, simply because it's just so kind of tabooed in a weird way. And I don't feel like it should mean like, oh, she's this or she's that, or like, you know, being labeled something like, you know what I mean? For me, I've always said it, like, I think that women are beautiful and I appreciate women and I love to enjoy, you know, a different type of connection with a woman than I can with a man. But I also know my personal, as a person, as a human being, my personal limitations, which include my relationships and what I want for myself in the bigger picture. Now, do those things change? Yeah, probably. But where I'm at, you know what I mean? Like, I like to have fun.
All right, guys. So basically, we all agree that she shouldn't do the threesome. But now I have a question. If you guys were to do a threesome with your partner, what would be y'all rules? Because I feel, now that you mentioned rules, PeeWee, I feel like I would be the whack girl, like no kissing, no this, no that. Like, that would probably be me, unless I'm like mad drunk. And then I'm like super OCD. So I'm like, oh my God, like, did this girl get an STD test? Like,
no. Okay. I've had that happen to me. That is the worst experience that you can ever go through, is doing it when you're drunk and then you wake up the next morning and like the girl is freaking out because, oh my God, that's not who I am. Oh my God, is something go wrong? Oh my God, what happened?
She got random and realized what happened.
That would be me. So guys, what would be some of your rules, PeeWee? Are you just like, no rules?
Okay, my only rule would be I would have to make it happen. Like, I don't want him being like, yo, babe, let's grab that bitch. Like, no.
Happen, you would be like,
it just would take the fun out of it. Like, I think that only works when the woman parlays it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, for sure.
Be the one in control of it. When it's the guy, it just comes off like, it's just weird. It's just weird. It's just me. But that's it. I think I'm open as hell. Yeah. Like, I mean, okay, this is very open of what I'm gonna say, but like, I would totally be into like them kissing and her doing whatever, like, because what turns me on is him getting off, like him enjoying it, like him be like, oh my God, like, you know, like I would love that. But I know for certain people, they're like, oh my God, I could never see him kiss another girl. But that's like the point of it.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Okay. I'm like, okay, notes if I ever want to.
Yeah.
I'm just mad, like cautious. I'm like, oh my God.
I think if you do that, you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's, I really don't think it's for everyone. I think you have to be like, you have to know your limitations. I think that's the most important thing. You have to know what you like, what you don't like, and you have to be honest with yourself. Right. Like, I know when the vibe is not right, that I'm just like, I can't do it because there's going to be something about this person and their desires that are not, that is going to make me feel uncomfortable or in a situation where I don't want to even feel that I'm in that situation. You know what I mean? The aggressiveness, the uncomfortableness, the too muchness, you can tell off people off those energies. So if you know who you are and what you're willing, you know, how you are with things, I think it makes a huge difference and a different experience at the end of the day.
100%. All right. So in conclusion, sis, no threesome for your man, and PeeWee said, know yourself.
Yeah, facts.
So PeeWee, we're trying to find my good sis Jaylah, you know, some loving. We're trying to find her a man. You know, these Miami dudes be a whole mess.
Don't date in Miami.
What love advice do you have for Jaylah?
Okay, I would have this advice for you.
No threesomes.
You know, what type of qualities should she look for?
Okay, let me tell you this. This is a lesson that I've learned hardcore in this last year. I feel like when looking for a person, we always have a sense of entitlement, right? where, you know, I totally believe in self-love. I like love myself more than anybody. But I think like we have to humble ourselves when we search for love because not everyone is perfect. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying to settle, but don't look for love for a person that's gonna fucking die for you automatic. Like really get to know someone on the extent that you know that they're not perfect. You get me? Like there should be major red flags before you cut someone off or throw them to the curb. You know, and then I would say the qualities you need is self-love 100%. I advocate for that 1,000,000% because I've noticed a difference in relationships. Being a very insecure girl to someone who loves myself more than I need to love anyone else. So I would say self-love and just being happy with what you're doing in life. Don't depend on anyone for happiness. Just depend on yourself.
Beautiful.
Where should she be looking for love?
I would say I'm not a fan of like the online, like the Bumble and all that shit. I feel like organically, like bumping into someone at a coffee shop, a bookstore, like, you know, my boo now, I didn't meet him like that, but like if we met at a bookstore, like I'd feel 1,000 times more for him. I just feel like it should be in genuine places, you know?
Somebody said church.
Church is cool too, but as long as he has the same beliefs as you, like, you know?
That's a whole other
Just in life, I think you should meet someone like on a day-to-day, not on your phone.
I love that.
PeeWee says, make sure you talking to the men.
All right, PeeWee, thank you so much. I know our next show, the Rick H Show, is coming up next. Let them know where they could follow you, where they can catch you. I know you got some shows in Miami coming up. And
So you guys can follow me at PeeWeezy on all platforms. I have the Flamilia event, like you guys see. Yeah, so on point with this. The Flamilia event this Saturday. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be at Blackbird tomorrow for the Jenny from the Block event. There should be a lot of fun. They have great DJs on the roster, and then I have a lot of pop-up things that are gonna come up. Some private events. It's Rolling Loud weekend, and thank you guys for having me. I love the podcast. You guys honestly do an amazing job. Like this was so awesome. I really appreciate you guys. Please keep doing this and don't let nobody bring down your dreams, girl.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Invitation.
You're welcome whenever you want. And also you are welcome to send us suggestions.
Okay.
I'm open to blind dates. I'm open to, like suggestions here and there. Huh?
Okay, wait, before we get off, hold on. What do you look for in a guy? What are like requirements?
Honestly, growth. I want them to have their own thing going on. It's okay if they have a kid. Obviously, I have a 6-year-old daughter. So they have to be into that family, at least like being okay with being around that family atmosphere, because I'm family oriented. My family's always, trying to do family things. I'd like them to be a little taller than me at least. Somebody adventurous, like theme parks, like, random traveling. Like I'm never kind of like in one spot. So you're going to have to like, if I have an award show in New York, I want you to be like, yo, we out. Like I'm coming with you. Like if I can't make it to Cali on Thursday, I'll be there on Saturday. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just want somebody I could build with, somebody I can grow, have fun.
What's your sign?
Aries.
Okay, good to know. Okay.
and everybody else, thank you guys so much. PeeWee, thank you for being here. It's your girl, Jaylah, Gigi. The Rick H Show is coming on right now, after
Apple Music. I'm sorry. Apple Music at PeeWeezy on both Spotify and Apple Music. You can find me.
Yes, download all your mixes for this weekend. Get it ready. Get it started. You already know. And for the guys who've been asking in the chat, we will have an update about AJ next week. We didn't get to it this week. Y'all gonna have to wait.
Bye, guys. Awesome.
Let the world around us fade. We could love like this forever.